Hi everyone, my name is Cyrus and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about playing video games. Now playing games is one of my top hobbies, it's one of my favorite things to do. But as I've grown older, playing games has felt more and more different. And I've just been thinking about that a lot recently, and I just wanted to share some thoughts that I have about it and kind of just see if I'm alone in the feelings that I have and see if there's anyone else out there that feels the same way. One of the first things is that I feel like there's just too many games coming out now. It feels just overwhelming sometimes to see the amount of games that are being released all the time. We've all heard the jokes that the backlog is never ending. And sometimes I feel like that joke is almost too real for me. Because it is never ending. There's an endless amount of games that I want to play, and I will probably never get the chance to play all of them. There are so many great games being released by AAA publishers and indie publishers, all of which I want to devote my time to, but I just know I won't be able to do it all the way. And whether it was just because of lack of knowledge or availability or resources, when I was growing up, it never felt too overwhelming. It always felt like the amount of games that were out there, I would have enough time to play those games. But as we've grown up and more games have been released, that feeling has become less and less for me. Coupled with the overwhelming amount of games that there are, I just feel more and more like I have less time to play games as an adult, which obviously is just true, that's just a fact. But it feels like any time that I do find to sit down and play a video game, I need to be making the best possible decision with my time in that moment to choose the best possible game I can, because there are so many great options out there that if I don't choose the best game that I can for that moment, then I'm not making the most optimal use of my time, and that's stressful. I don't play games to feel stress. I play games to have fun and enjoy myself. And so it can be tough sometimes when I feel like there are so many things and I have such little time to do them. Whereas growing up, you feel like you have all the time in the world. Whether it's summer vacation when you have just no responsibility and just 2 months plus off to just relax and chill and play games and hang out with your friends. Whether it was in university when you had all this extra time in between your classes or after classes to just play games to your heart's content. That's just not the case as an adult. As an adult, you have a job, you have other responsibilities, and all these things take up a lot of your time. And so when I am able to carve out a solid amount of time to play a video game and really dive into something, I want to make sure that it's a good use of that time. And with all of these games out there, it's hard to always figure out what that best use might be. But for me, I just know that, and I've tried to tell myself, anytime playing games will be fun and will be useful. So I really try and kind of force that into myself of just, if you have time to play a game and you've carved out that time, play a game and don't worry about whether it's the best or most optimal choice, and just play and have fun. Perhaps one of the issues that I have as well is that a lot of the games that I really want to play and that I get really excited about are the games that are going to take me 50 to 100 hours to finish completely. And so realistically, as an adult, to finish a 50 to 100 hour game is going to take me a couple of months at the very least, most likely a few months plus. Which is also why I get super excited when I am able to find a game that's 15 or 25 hours and I can finish that in about a month and just really just fully complete a game and have so much fun with it. And that's so great for me. But a lot of the games that I really like and want to complete are games that are in that 50 plus hour range. And so it's tough when you don't have a lot of time to play games all the time. Whereas when you're growing up, finishing a 50 to 100 hour game, I could probably do that in about a month when I was in university because I had so much time to devote to playing video games. And so it's just a different time, and the amount of time you have to dedicate to these hobbies is different and it changes. On top of all that, another thing that I've been grappling with a lot is that I find it more and more difficult as I've grown up to find things in video games that feel new and exciting to me. When I was growing up, I got to see all of the changes with the different creation of every console and the console generations. Going from PS1 to PS2 to PS3, just watching and seeing all of those changes and upgrades, and with every new console there was so much excitement of what is this new console going to bring, whether it was graphics and seeing the graphics just improve more and more, or the new gameplay capabilities that were able to be done with these different consoles. I distinctly remember getting a PS3 for Christmas and setting it up and playing Rainbow Six New Vegas 2 for the first time. That game just absolutely blew me away. The graphics felt so real, the gameplay felt so real and so much fun. And to this day, that game is one of my top first-person shooters of all time. It is just such a fun and great game. And that game is so much fun, but as you kind of continue on, as it progressed from PS3 to PS4 and now PS4 to PS5, it felt more and more like the graphics and capabilities weren't improving at such a high rate, but rather what was getting improved on more was how fast things can load and how smooth things are, which are all really fun and really good, but that feeling of excitement that you're experiencing something new that you've never experienced before, I'm feeling that less and less, because a lot of games are just using mechanics over and over again, and that's totally okay. Those games are still really fun and I really enjoy those games, but I just find that less and less do I find a game where I'm sitting down to play and I find myself thinking, oh my god, I've never played anything like this before. And that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad to not be experiencing that as much. And it's not that I'm not having fun playing these games, because I am. I still love playing video games. I just found myself thinking this a lot recently because I played a game that did make me feel like, oh my god, this is so much fun. I've never experienced anything like this before. And when I had that feeling, it kind of clicked in my head and made me realize that I haven't had that feeling in a long time. And then I just started getting reflective a little bit and realized that, yeah, we don't get that feeling as much as adults. Having experienced, especially people that are my age that have grown up with the console generations and gotten to see all of these developments in technology. And it was such an amazing time to be alive and to get to see all those things happen in real time. But because of that, because we got to see all those things, now with the upgrades and changes being like so minuscule, it doesn't feel as exciting as when I got my PS3 for the first time and upgrading from a PS2 to a PS3. Though that change felt so revolutionary to me. And the change from a PS4 to PS5 was kind of just like, okay, great, cool, I get the new system, it's going to run a bit smoother and a bit faster, and ultimately I still play a ton of PS4 games on my PS5. It's just not a feeling that you experience as much anymore, that feeling of, wow, I've never seen anything like this before. That's kind of sad. And although it's kind of sad, I do find myself really wanting to still enjoy games, because I do enjoy games a lot. But when I find that game that does make me feel that way, I've just realized that I really need to take that time and savor it and really just enjoy every minute of that game. I'm not really sure what the point of this video was, other than just giving me an opportunity to ramble on about video games for a while, which is one of my favorite things to do. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching all the way to the end. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are about this. Are you like me and you still love video games, but you feel like they've lost their wonder just a little bit? Do you love games and play games just as much as you ever did, or even maybe more? Or have you maybe stopped playing games altogether, which would be the saddest option of the three? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And until next time,